Broadcasting live from the Teddy Belanger Memorial Studio for the first time ever, actually live for the show. Welcome into episode 117 of the Avetts and Beyond. My name's Todd Emanuelli. Got Ryan Boyles right over here. And we have a very special guest where we're going to be taking questions from our audience on YouTube and Facebook Live tonight. Dolphus Ramseur is back with us for a third visit. Dolph, thank you so much for taking some time with us tonight.
Thanks for having me. Honored to be here.
That's awesome to hear. And I hope we get a bunch of people in here asking you questions. We have questions prepared just in case nobody shows up. I hope some people show up though to ask you questions.
We already have over 20 people watching. So
really? Oh, yeah. Awesome. Oh, I see that. Okay.
Let's get into it. I wanted to know, why don't you let me get us started? Dolph, I want to know, what do you think about just the 2025 tour looking back? What jumps out to you?
Oh, what jumps out? Well, I mean, the Red Rocks is always hard not to sort of give a tip of the hat to. That was a special. Those are always special. The Greek out in LA was that's always a great place because I'll give you all a little insider info. Rick Rubin wasn't able to come out to the show this year at the Greek. But the last time we played there, and I can't even remember when that was, during the encore, Rick was about to leave, and he was a couple rows in front of me, and they were leaving right kind of when the encore kicked in, and he came up to me and he said, "This is the greatest sounding show I've ever heard in my life."
Wow.
And what I noticed about that venue, it's in Los Angeles, is I never get ear fatigue. Like I don't have to wear, I guess it's an outdoor venue and they can't, it can't be but so loud, but for whatever reason, you can hear you just can hear everything. So that show always is special. I also went to the Santa Barbara Bowl, which, that's another great place. It's outdoor amphitheater, beautiful place. So those were highlights for me. So,
but do you think 2025 turned out like when we had you on at the end of last year and you gave us a preview of 2025, and there was a lot of exciting things that you kind of hinted at and couldn't tell us a lot, but did it turn out the way you thought it would?
Yeah.
Success-wise?
Yeah, solid year. We sort of, I don't know, I just sort of look at this where we keep blinders on and we just keep our heads down and do the work. And it was just another solid year.
That's awesome. So 2026 is coming.
Yep.
There's a whole tour year out there. There's the whole Avett Patent thing. Are there going to be more Avett Patent shows added onto the schedule? Or is it going to be mostly just Avett shows with those the scheduled ones already?
I think it will be more Avett shows, not Avett Patent shows. Now, those maybe there could be some Avett Patent shows that would come along, and those might happen even in 2027. But I think the bulk of anything that's going to be added will be Avett proper shows.
So I want to jump in with our first fan question, if we can.
Okay.
Here. So we
and
have.
If anyone, let me just say, if anyone has questions, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, in the comments, just add your question and it'll pop up on our screen and we can ask Dolph. So feel free to do that. Go for it.
Please do. Yeah. So Kim asks, what's a song from another genre? I guess this kind of blends into them. They've done this awesome collab with Mike Patton. So the question is, what's a song from another genre that you secretly think the Avett Brothers would absolutely nail? And she's saying Violent Femmes' Blister in the Sun comes to mind.
Yeah, quite a few Violent Femmes songs I think would work. And when I saw the Avetts for the first time at the Wine Vault in Charlotte, North Carolina, the Femmes were the band that uh, it made me think of the Femmes when I saw that was the band that came to my mind. Um, there's I'm trying to think of songs that sometimes I'll hear a song and think that they could do a great version. And it's not always maybe something that everybody knows, or it might not be like a real certain tender songs. So yeah, I would. I'm not in the moment to where I've heard one recently that I thought that they could kill. But
well, let's go with Blister in the Sun then. I think that's a good one.
We'll go with that for
you
sure.
You know what that made me think of is y'all recently sent out a holiday message to the Avett Guild, and you included an old recording of them performing Matrimony. And to me, I was thinking of Violent Femmes when I hear that song when they perform that.
I remember Scott calling me and telling me about that song that he had written, and that it was in the vein of the Violent Femmes. And we actually recorded that after a show. We recorded that video you're talking about, Matrimony, and after a show at the Georgia Theater in Athens, and Tim Nakashi recorded that on Super 8 film, and then he thought that he could not get it transferred. Then I think he lost the cameras that had the film in it, and so Scott and I would talk about this a couple times a year for about 15 years. And Scott texted me about 4 months ago and said, "You won't believe what I've got." And Tim had shared some footage, and we thought that was gone forever. We thought that we would never get that video.
Wow.
So I'm so, have y'all seen it?
Yes, it's awesome. I'm glad they
I
did.
think it's fantastic.
It really is.
So we're going to get that out first of the year. We're going to send it out pretty widely, and I'd love to get some stories written about kind of this lost and found type thing about that video. So
love that. You had a question up there that you took down. You want to throw that back up there?
Oh, well, Stephanie Ferguson jumped in and she said, I always envisioned Seth doing Carolina in my mind. So that's a good idea.
Seth could do quite a few James Taylor songs for sure.
Oh, for sure. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yep.
Well, do you want to keep going with fan questions, Todd?
Sure.
Why don't we throw in, what was the one? They're coming in fast and furious here. I hope we can get to all of them. Let's see. Let's do Tim Mossberger.
All right.
What is your most underrated Avett song pre-I Am Loving You, and an underrated song from the catalog after I Am Loving You? From Tim Mossberger.
Oh, well, I've got a soft spot for All My Mistakes from Emotionalism. That song.
Oh, yeah.
That's my song. And then after I Am Loving You, I would say Winter in My Heart. That was on the Carpenter. And that's another one where Rick Rubin and I, probably for 6 months, we could not wait until people heard that song, because that was sort of Rick and I would email us back and forth about that song. He loved that song too.
That's a great one. Okay, here's another one. Kristen Russell says, I think they could crush Blind Melon.
Yeah,
what do you think of that?
Massive Blind Melon fans, Scott and Seth for sure. And I think somewhere along the line they met the lead singer Shannon Hoons. They met his mother somewhere at a show. She found out about how they were such big fans, and she came out to a show and they met her backstage.
That was awesome.
Ooh, here's a good question. I'm going to throw this one up there.
We're going to have to read
Parks?
that one. Let me take this one. I know Randy. So Randy is from Winston-Salem, and that's where I'm from as well. Randy asks, there will soon be a new outdoor concert venue in Winston-Salem. The Avett Brothers have a lot of history in Winston, but haven't played there in a long time. Could this new venue be a possibility? I guess we need to get Dolph that info.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware of the venue, and I know at one time, and I'm not sure where this sort of rests, that they were maybe thinking about the brothers as the act that maybe kicked off the venue. I'm not sure what will happen there. I haven't heard anything since. So
that would be awesome.
But yeah, that might be a great place for the guys to play.
I will tell you, I have a history obviously in Winston from growing up there, but one of my favorite shows in Winston-Salem ever was actually saw Dave Matthews Band at Ziggy's with like 20 people.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful place.
We've got the Lemonheads opening up one night at Red Rock. So I saw the Lemonheads at Ziggy's, and Evan Dando got this keyboard down on the ground and played it for about 25 minutes. But a guy named Ben Lee was the middle act. Ben Lee's an Australian singer-songwriter, but the band that kicked the night off, I had never heard of this band, was a band called Matchbox 20.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Heard of that. And I remember during their set, Chris, what's his last name? Chris, well, the lead singer for Matchbox 20 said, like, here's a song y'all probably have heard on the radio. And I remember the crowd, like, people knew the song. I did not know the song yet, but it was their first hit song. So I think they were kind of breaking during that tour.
Yeah.
So, but I saw a lot of bands at Ziggy's. My sister saw a band called the Back Doors, which was a Doors tribute band. And somebody threw a beer bottle and hit the drummer in the head, and they had to cancel the show.
Oh, that's not good.
But
Woof.
yeah.
Tim threw this out. Tim Mossberger again said they met Shannon Hoon's mom at a 2011 show at Star Plaza Theater in Merrillville, Indiana.
Yep, that's right.
Always count on Tim for those.
Always
those
count
nuggets.
on Tim. Yes.
I want to ask, we've got lots of questions to get to, but I wanted to ask you, Dolph, Ramseur turned 25 this year. What does that mean to you? I mean, I also want to know about, like, what artists are you really excited about this year and coming up as well?
Well, just staying in the music business for 1 year is doing something. And if you stay in it for 25 years, I'm very honored that I get to be involved with music for my livelihood, and I don't take it for granted either. So, but yeah, so I'm hoping I can do 25 more. Yeah, as far as acts, I mean, I'm looking forward to more Avett projects, and we work with a band called Big Richard. They've got an album coming out. We signed an artist named Amelia Day. We've got a guy named Jack Blocker we're managing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's quite a few things, and I'm sure David Childers will have something brewing, as he always does.
Mm-hmm.
So, and having David inducted into the North Carolina Music Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah.
Last month was that was sort of a big deal for us here at Ramseur.
Man, I tell you, that was the coolest. I'll never forget that. Being down there for those 2 days to see that in person, to hang out with David at his house and hang out with all the other people that I've never met before. It was just great. And to see him with that smile on his face through that whole day, really, but the ceremony especially, he was just so happy and so proud. And so he's so humble.
When I called David to let him know that he was getting inducted, he started crying.
Of course.
So, that was special.
That had to be a special phone call to make.
What
a great guy, though. No one more deserving than David Childers.
Very talented.
Let's see.
We got lots of stuff.
I've got a fun one here from Eileen Sweeney. She says, if you had to survive a week in the wilderness with just one Avett Brothers album as your soundtrack, which one would you choose?
It's got to be Emotionalism.
Oh my gosh. I think that's the right answer.
Yeah.
See, I thought that
Yeah.
question was going a different direction.
Yeah.
Which Avett brother would you want to be with out in
Well,
the wilderness?
that is a completely different question that I don't think we want to ask tonight. Yeah.
I would say Joe Kwan. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
But I always say emotionalism is a heck of a drug, and it's my
Yeah.
favorite album as well.
Great work of art.
I wanted to ask this question, and Jeff Eisenhard came up with it here in the questions. Will they tour Europe again? And what are the challenges in a tour like that?
Well,
the whole Avett Patton thing, perhaps.
Well, it could be, and it could be Avett Patton. It could be the Avett Brothers. Yeah, we've been talking about it, and it's something that we want to do. The challenge is just it's very, very expensive.
True.
So just trying to balance that. But yeah, we've been working on that. So I do think that will happen again. When, I'm not sure, but we are working on it.
2026, perhaps? No, I don't want
maybe.
We got so many questions.
Okay, yeah. What do you want to do next? I think we should ask. I definitely don't want to lose time with asking this question. I want to know, what are you listening to in 2025, and are there any guilty pleasure, music that you've discovered recently?
Yeah, so there's a guy named, and I'm not even sure, and listen, I know this guy, and I've talked to him because I love this album, and his name is O'Sheen, and it's Leach. He's from Ireland. And to me, he had the best record of 2024 and possibly 2025. But it's got a song called Color of the Rain on it. And it's spelled as they do sort of in Europe or England, or Great Britain, UK, COLOUR, Color of the Rain. And Tony, Bob Dylan's bass player, plays on the record. Played bass on the record, but it's very intimate. I went to go see in March this past year. I went to go see the Tender Sticks. It's a English band I'm a big fan of. He opened the show. I didn't even know who he was, but then I listened to that record, and it is so good. I mean, it should have probably won 10 Grammys. It's that great of a record. Yeah.
Wow.
I've been wanting to post about it. I just haven't gotten around to it. But again, it's got a weird spelling of his first name. It's O'Sheen Leach.
We will find it.
Yeah, it's really, really special. Color of the Rain. Just everybody search that song.
I think, Todd, you should put this into the show.
Yeah, it's special.
Yeah, definitely. I will.
Yeah.
Can I throw a listener question in here?
Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
Katie May says, "What's my chance of getting Tales of Coming News at Red Rocks for my 50th show?" You put in a good word.
All right.
I love that song too. So
yes.
So there's a good chance, I see.
Send me an email and I'll run it up the flagpole. Anytime we have one of these requests, I always send them in. So, and sometimes the guys try for the most part. Sometimes, for whatever reason, it doesn't happen, but we always try, or they always try. But I love that song. As a matter of fact, they performed that song one night at the Westville Pub in Asheville. It's the only time they played that venue. And Seth and I still talk about that stage because it was funny when he would stomp his boot on the stage. It was like an extra drum. And I thought he was probably stomping a hole in the stage, but they played that song there, and man, it got people whipped into a frenzy. That was special. Yeah.
That's very cool. All right, Katie, again, email Dolph, and
yes.
you have a shot at getting that song in there.
And I guess I need to find out from Tim how many times they've played that song, because it's not a lot.
Give him 5 minutes here. It'll be up on the questions. He'll
one of the things, we just talked to Tim on the show last week, and he actually put together a whole punch list of all the shows that have, all the songs that, like, reached a milestone of over 100, over 200. So we're gonna.
Okay.
Everybody can check that out in his newsletter and in upcoming episode of the magazine.
You guys, let me ask you about Tim. Like, do you guys realize how much I mean, obviously you do. You know how much he does for the band. Does the band realize how much he does for them?
I think that
and stuff?
I think they do, and they think it's so cool, and as do I, and it's beyond unbelievable. I mean,
It really is.
I mean, it really. I mean, Tim will tell you, I'm asking him questions all the time about certain things because
I don't know when he sleeps. I don't know how he does it.
I mean, Dane, who is the tour manager for that, he's got the best like memory as far as of all of us knowing dates and when such and such. But Tim is really extraordinary.
Kristen chimed in and said, "We appreciate the band playing requests. They played 16 in July at Moon Crush, so she was really touched.
Yep.
She was really touched by that."
That's another great one.
It is.
I love that song.
Well, they played a lot of deep cuts this year. It seems like all the set lists were wonderful.
Yeah.
It seemed like there was so much variety. So it was really a great year, this tour.
There you go. There's the Tim.
And I know.
Times.
I mean, I keep
That's
track.
Not a lot.
No, that's not a lot. But regarding set list, I mean, I passed on sort of feedback from the fans about set list, and they took it to heart. So I remember seeing things posted on sort of the Facebook group, so I let them know.
Well, it's also, for me, it's exciting to see how it's not just the one person they're playing it for. Like, everybody has this sort of shared experience. It's really great.
Sure.
Yeah.
What else do we have? I think I want you to ask this question, Todd, about
from our list of questions.
Yeah, I want to ask. Well, I wanted you to ask about the live album.
Oh yeah, well let me ask about it then. So 2026, are we getting a live Avett Brothers album? There's been talk for how long, from the fans at least. Is that something that we could see in this coming year?
Well, we haven't really discussed that.
Okay.
I do know Justin Glanville records all the shows.
Right.
And Justin has mentioned about doing certain things with those recordings. We just, it is probably time to have another document of live performances, and
that would be incredible.
I think it might be good to do things just really like maybe not a live performance from a certain location, but just pick during sort of kind of things from all sorts of eras and years and whatever.
Yes,
so,
that would be insane. I would love that. Is there any chance, like I know you said Justin records every show on the board, some bands out there will post each show. Has that ever been talked about? Something you could do?
Yeah, we've talked about it. We've talked about that too, and
because I would love to have the audio from the shows I've been at. I mean, that would be incredible to have.
Yeah,
that.
I think that's something we have discussed that too. So I'm not sure what we'll do, but more to come on that.
Nice. That's exciting stuff right there. I think a lot of people would be excited to be able to say, hey, my first show was here. I could go back and actually listen to the show.
To that show. Yeah.
Would be incredible. That would be so cool. All right.
Yeah.
Here's our next question.
Laura Pointer.
Laura wants to know if they're going to come back to Key West anytime soon. I think a lot of folks enjoyed that. I know that was it was a new venue.
Was Key West Moon Crush?
No. It was a new amphitheater when it happened, but it was a 2-night show. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's been talk about that, but I don't know when. But there has been talk about it.
Awesome.
Man, there's so many questions.
How about this?
There's a question from Elvon here. I don't know what she means though. Do we know what this means? We need to get Dolph on Trackstar.
So Trackstar is this. You've probably seen it. it's a guy in New York City that will give he'll give an artist, usually a person with, he'll give them the headphones and he'll give them money to name all these songs.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to check it out. It's a good series. He's had, I just saw Ethan Hawke, the actor, on there, but I've seen Dave. I mean, he's had so many artists on there. It's always a good thing. You might have, yeah, search it out.
I'm going to, definitely.
It's a good thing. I would love to go on there and have him play some new wave punk rock type stuff. I think I would do pretty good.
Cool. All right, let's make that happen somehow.
We have Lauren Dennis. Lauren Dennis just chimed in and just said they absolutely killed the set list this year. You know, that's 100%. Something we heard from people just over and over and over again, how awesome all the shows were in 2025.
Good.
And you had nothing to do with that, obviously, right?
Come on. Oh, man.
No, you said you saw comments and you made comments to them, right? So they knew they had, or I don't know if they had to, they didn't have to do anything because it's their music, but mixing it up was a good choice, I think, this year.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, what else we got? Oh, how about one of your questions here, Ryan? About the collaboration. Do you want to ask that one?
Oh, wow. Well, I had a silly question. This is going to be no wrong answers, but I was sort of thinking about this sort of the Patton collaboration. So I decided to create a silly question of if you could produce a collaboration with the brothers and any fictional character from a movie or book, because I'm a super nerd, who would it be?
Well,
so cross genres, I guess, if you think about it that way.
Yeah, I would maybe say, well, I'm a Wes Anderson fan.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So I would probably, maybe it would be Bill Murray from Life Aquatic, or Gene Hackman from The Royal Tannenbaum.
Yes.
One of those characters. Yeah.
That would be awesome. I like to embarrass myself, and I will admit that I actually have a red tracksuit like the Tannenbaums.
That's good.
But it's got the NC State Wolf, Mr. Wolf on it, so that's the saving grace. Oh, man.
So many questions here.
How about, here's a good one from somebody named Thomas. He said, what song have you seen change or grow the most in the live performances over the years?
Boy. That's a good question.
That is
quite a few, I bet.
You know, well, God, I'm trying to think, because there were so many during a lot of the emotionalism tunes, now that they play with the full band, kind of are, they're still similar, but they've maybe been fleshed out, maybe. And then, the I Am Loving You stuff, when they went to go play that stuff live, I remember Scott still playing the drums on like live, and Seth playing drums at certain points. So that's hard to say. That's kind of a hard one for me to zero in on. Then they sometimes have played, like the Traveling song sort of seems very different when you've got the full band doing it compared to just the three guys. So it's kind of, that's another one. So I'm not sure. It's hard to answer.
There are a lot. I mean, I say, like, most people that I try to introduce the band to, and that's everybody I talk to, is I tell them to go listen to the live music. That's where, honestly, it's so fantastic to experience a live show.
Well, and listen, I still think the Avetts, pound for pound, best live band in the world. And I know I was on a call with Rick Rubin once and another guy from Universal, and Rick said without hesitation at all that the Avetts are the best live band in the world. That's how he feels about it. So
I don't disagree with that. They are great.
I mean, they are a force to be reckoned with live.
Absolutely.
Here's a good one. Here's a good one from Nikki Nikki Clements asks, any info on Avetts homegrown?
Well, yep. That is still being kind of worked on. There's all these episodes, and so we are working on that. So
We really can't talk about it, or
The answer is
yeah,
yes.
I need to kind of keep that under wraps.
Okay.
I wish I could elaborate, but I don't want to say, I don't want to talk out of school.
I
I don't blame
understand.
you. It's all
But
good.
yeah, it's still
Here's
being
one.
worked on.
Here's one from Lori Wilson. Loved Avett Moon the last 2 years. Is there anything that we can do to help make Avett Moon in Miramar Beach happen for 2027?
Well, yeah, I mean, we just need people to support that. If we would do it again, we just would need people. Yeah, we need people to support it and go and attend. And, you know, I kind of looked at that as sort of maybe this could be sort of the Mexico Dominican Republic
Right.
sort of event. So, but yeah, let's wait and see. Let's see kind of what can happen.
Oh, I like this one I like his username too. Oh, his or her. Total Avett Bro fan. Says, any chance of another concert at Charlotte Motor Speedway? Those were so good.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Those were. Did y'all attend those at all?
I did.
I did not.
I
Yeah.
did, yeah. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. Of course, that was during a time when the whole world was shut down,
Right.
Yep.
and you know, I think in my 25 years of doing it, those were my proudest moments because those shows were two of the biggest shows in the world
Yeah.
during COVID. And
Right.
one of my employees for that first show, one of my employees had over 1,200 emails concerning that one show.
Wow.
I cannot tell y'all or explain to anybody how difficult that was putting that all together. And
Yeah.
I remember we had I'm trying to think of the band. There was a band that had played in the Hamptons that had really, things had gone awry really bad. Do y'all remember this? It was probably about 2 months before the Brothers show, the first show at the Speedway.
Mhm.
It was, what is the name of that band? I mean, a massive band. And it went sideways for them where their manager came to the show to see how we were putting that event on. And we were building the plane, flying the plane, and landing it all at the same time. But that was, I mean, we had meetings with.
It wasn't Chainsmokers, was it? That's
yes,
what I'm finding.
that was
yeah.
it.
Yeah, there
That
we
was
go.
it. Yeah, I mean, I met their manager at the show.
That's crazy.
He wanted to know how we were doing that, and then I had all these promoters calling me
Yeah.
about because they caught wind of how we put that on. So, I mean,
I will tell you this. I saw the Chainsmokers perform in Las Vegas at a corporate concert, and it was an amazing show. So that's amazing to hear that.
yeah.
That
But
is
the
true.
day of that first show, I don't want to ramble on too much about this, but like only a day or two before, we realized that we could not put up. I mean, you can put 4.5 like NFL stadiums in the infield without even touching the track.
That place is massive.
It's massive. So
Yeah.
we realized you couldn't put up speedway, speakers because of the delay. If you saw the guy sing and you're going to be a tenth of a mile away, that their voice, you know, when they move their mouth, the sound is already passed by.
Oh, right. So what did they stagger speakers all over the place?
No, so what we had to do is we did it where you tuned into radios and all of that. Your
right.
car radio. But
That
when
makes
we
way
got
more
there
sense.
the day of, that system, they had their own FM transmitter. It was not working, and we had to break into we had to break into this FM transmitter on the track that another company owned to fix it, and that That was, I mean, it was fly by the seat of your pants to make all
Wow.
of this happen.
Sounds a little nerve-wracking.
I got home and I walked in the door and I sat on the couch and I started crying.
Oh man.
That was the most, I can't stress. We could do a whole show on that, and I could get my employee, because he's wanted to do a whole documentary about that whole event. I mean,
That would be awesome.
he had 1,200 emails about one performance, and it was dealing with the state, North Carolina, the health department, dealing. We went over to the speedway. We went over to the speedway numerous times. My dogs, when they hear me talking to someone, they want to. Okay, well, let's go to the next question. I won't ramble on anymore about that speedway show.
Well, I want to tell you one more thing about the speedway that meant so much to me is that so I was there with a group of friends. We rented a U-Haul pickup truck and we sat in the back of it to watch the show. And I was able to bring my Panasonic boombox from when I was in high school, and it worked perfectly. It was so awesome.
That was one of the best sounding live shows I've been to.
Yeah, it was excellent.
Yeah.
Helvan says the sound quality was superb. Thanks for making it happen.
Yeah, it was really special.
It was.
Let's see. You ever, I've heard people mention this a lot, and I just lost the question. There's so many in here that I lost it. Have you guys ever talked about doing like a deal with Nugs to have every show available to view?
Yeah, we've talked about that as well. Yeah, for sure. And we've worked with the Nugs folks. They did a New Year's Eve show during COVID for us. They did those speedway shows, and we've done other shows with them. They're good folks.
That would be another thing, like with the sound of each show, just the recording of each show would be amazing to be able to listen to, also to watch, because there's such a good live band, like you said.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Okay. What else do we got here, Ryan?
Well, I think
thank you for everyone chiming in. This is awesome.
Yeah. Okay, here's one that's interesting about songwriting, and you may or may not know about this, but Thomas asks, do you have any idea how many unreleased songs Seth has written? He's my all-time favorite songwriter, and I imagine there are hundreds. And I think he's right, because I think, if I recall, wasn't there some comment of, I feel like Seth and Scott did these during COVID. They did all these broadcasts, these live streams, and during one of them, I swear Seth said that he had written, like, I'm making this up, but like 900 songs when he was locked up during COVID.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many he's got unreleased. I don't know. My guess that they're constant, though, on
it's a lot.
Yeah, and they're always creating.
Well, this leads me to asking, I wanted to ask real quick. You probably don't know the answer to this either, but I got to ask if I want to see Seth do Feith live. Ooh. What are the chances?
Yeah, I don't know. There could be possibility of time when he wants to do that. I mean, that project, that was probably about a 10-year thing in the making.
Yeah.
And he worked on that for a long, long time.
We loved it. I love it so much. I've been listening to that, honestly, on repeat.
Yeah, he loves.
Me too.
He loves that form of music, and it felt natural for him to do it.
I love it so much. Like Ryan said, we listened to it on repeat, but I haven't listened to it in a month or so, and my playlist plays random songs, and one of those songs came on yesterday. I'm like, oh, I got to go back and listen to that album. Yeah. And I love it so much. So good. So what are your thoughts on that whole thing? You kind of gave it to us already, but.
Yeah, well, I was just proud of Seth doing his own. I remember seeing some comments from fans about, but I'm like, they're artists.
Does he even pay attention to stuff like that? Why would he?
No.
He's putting out what he wants to do. And
that's right. They're artists.
I'm super happy that he had the guts to do that.
That's how.
Because people are going to say stuff about it, but who cares?
Yeah. That's the same thing with the Avett patent thing.
Right.
It's yeah, and to hear Mike talk about the brothers, Mike Patton talk about the brothers and what they mean to him, and then what Mike means to Scott and Seth, it makes total sense that they would work together.
They must be so thrilled too, because I know how much they
Oh,
love Mike Patton. It's like a dream come true, I imagine, for them.
for sure.
So cool to have that. Here's a good one that Stephanie Ferguson just posted. Dolph, what did you think of your visit to Acoustic Sounds and Quality Record Pressings in Salina back in 2018? The owner's a friend of mine, and several friends told me you were there.
Yeah, that was great. So Chad Cassimus, who she's talking about, somebody should do CBS maybe Saturday morning or Sunday morning did a feature on him recently that you need to check out. He's one of the main reasons vinyl kind of kept why it had a resurgence around the world.
Yeah.
But no, it was fascinating to see how they do it and what they do. And I mean, I was in like heaven, in vinyl heaven. It's
That is
really
cool. I would
incredible.
love to do that.
Yeah, and
And she said
they've
they've pressed
the
some of the
best.
brothers' records too, right?
That's right. And I think they're the best in the world at pressing records.
That would be a cool field trip.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Yeah, count me
When I
in.
hit the road to Salina and we'll go to that record place.
I want to do a road trip around the country at some point. I got to start planning it.
Let's go. Let's bring the show on the road. Let's see. My gosh.
Well, let's go back. We got a couple more
Okay.
questions, don't we?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see here. Oh, you need to ask your funny question, Todd.
You want me to ask that now?
Go for
We're getting
it.
towards the end here.
Do it.
Okay. I don't know if you remember the first time you were on the show, we talked about tennis. And we set up a fictional match with you and Seth versus Scott and Pete Schroed. Anything going to get that set up so we can do like a pay-per-view or something? Because I still want to see that.
Well,
2026 tour coming soon.
I think Seth would not need he would not need any of my help. Well,
I think he'd appreciate it though.
Scott is sort of cagey. He gets the ball back in play quite a bit. Pete would have a lot of range,
Definitely.
But
He's lanky.
Yeah, but that would be a pretty that'd be a cakewalk for me and Seth. In my honest and correct opinion, that would be a cakewalk. Yeah.
Well, now we definitely need to set it up because we got to see this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Scott probably wouldn't like that very much. You saying
we
that.
haven't played in a
words.
while. There for a while we were playing quite a bit. I mean, we were. Now I think Scott has taken up pickleball as of late.
Really?
Yeah. So
okay.
Yep.
Right.
He was playing a lot of basketball, but I was very worried about him playing basketball because I was afraid he was probably going to get injured. So anyway,
so you're saying they're not insured against random sports on tour?
Yeah. So I've got no room to talk. I fell and stretched some ligaments playing the manly sport of pickleball. So I hope he's careful out playing pickleball. So
all right. So yeah,
Here
be
we
careful,
go.
Scott. We need you out there on stage. So
I see
no
there's
pickleball
sort
injuries.
of I think we're rounding the curve here towards I put in
here's a good
like
one.
3 questions. Yeah, let's go for it.
Gordon asks, is there a venue the band has never played that is on their wish list? That's a great question.
Oh, yeah, I tell you.
My backyard. There's one.
Never played Carnegie Hall.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a little better than my backyard.
But yeah, I've never really heard of one. There's very few we haven't played. So
right.
I would have to maybe give that some thought. But Carnegie Hall is one that the guys have never played. So
now you mentioned the Greek earlier. Are they playing the Greek in 2026?
No, not
Okay.
2026. No, but again, I'm telling you, my guess is you go see any show there, the sound quality is so great there. I'm not sure if it's how it's cut into this bank or what it is. But I can
It's on
hear
my
every
bucket list.
I can hear every instrument there, and my ears don't ring at night when I go to sleep.
That is really cool.
We have a
I gotta
funny,
look. I'm gonna be in Southern California at the end of January, so I have to see if anyone's playing out there then. And I'm gonna
Yeah,
hook up
they
with
don't. I think they don't start until maybe April because of the weather. Maybe late March or
okay.
April. Yeah.
I'm out of luck then. Oh well. I'm gonna hook up with Dana Nielsen out there though. We're gonna
Oh
grab
yeah.
some lunch or something. Dana's awesome. First of
Yeah, and
all, he
then
was
Dana's got hearing of a dog or cat. I mean, his hearing is unbelievable. I mean, he can hear things. It's so awesome with when he reviews vinyl, he's very good.
well, that's what you want for
Yeah.
someone that does the work that he does.
Yes.
I mean,
He's special.
but we had him on the show. What a great guest. He was so
Oh,
much
yeah.
fun to talk to. Such a great guy, but such a talented guy. Like he does
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
much.
Yeah,
And people don't
no
know
doubt.
people should know him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
people should know Dana Nielsen.
the people in the know him.
Yeah.
Come
Well,
on. All
you're right.
Yeah.
Everyone in the know knows him. That's for sure. All right.
Let
What
me
you got?
ask. I think we got a couple more. This is a funny one. Going back to sports, just briefly.
Okay.
We probably got like 5 minutes left.
El Vaughn thinks that Scott and Seth should take on Timothy Chalamet at a ping pong game, and because if you know this, you've seen that Timothy Chalamet
yeah.
just came out with his movie on Christmas Day, Marty Supreme, which looks awesome.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that. I think Seth,
would win?
Seth would give him a run for his money for sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Man.
Seth's really improved over the years.
Well, they make that film look like a documentary or a autobiography or something, but it's a fictional movie. It's not. It's a fictional character. So. Anyhow, let's see. I think we have one more, and then I've got a final question that we're gonna ask here.
Okay.
Other than Red Rocks, what venue do you think the guys enjoy playing? Playing the most.
Boy, that's hard to say.
Man, that is we're trying to stump you as much as we can tonight. It seems.
Ooh, I've got one more to add on to that here in a minute.
I tell you one that I just love. Now, this is not coming from them, but I just love Bojangles in Charlotte because it's I love these mid-level sort of smaller coliseums, and when you do a big show in there, they just come off very intimate. And just when I was a kid, that's where Van Halen would play. I mean, Stevie Wonder opened up for the Stones there. Elvis played there. Buddy Holly, Sam Cooke. That's just a legendary place.
Yeah, definitely. So aren't they naming a theater in Concord or somewhere around there for Jim Avett? Isn't that happening?
Well, I think it's the Avett Theater there in Mount Pleasant, North Carolina.
Okay. Will the brothers ever play there at the Avett Theater?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's like 600 capacity.
Oh, that would be insane. That would be so great. But they don't do that anymore, do they?
Well, you never know. Never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never. They should do that.
I think we should round it out.
Last question?
I think we should round it out with this question from Jeff Eisenhart, which is, who's getting stoked for NYE? Talk about Avett New Year's Eve and what this annual tradition means for the band.
Yeah, what kind of started out is I kind of knew if we did a New Year's Eve show, we'd be home for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they're always a celebration. We usually drop 8,000 to 10,000 balloons, which
that is a lot of fun. That is a lot of fun.
It usually takes about 15 minutes for all of them to pop. But no, it's I'm getting geared up about it. I'm getting fired up. It's always a fun night. So, and then you had Father Time, Herbie, and he's a spectacle during the event. So, I'm
stoked to see a couple of things. I'm always stoked to see Father Time and what he's going to do, what kind of antics he's going to get into, and then it seems like there's always a cool cover song that's unexpected.
They've got a couple picked out that are going to be great.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we
That's
can't
awesome.
forget the press on fundraiser as well. I'm wearing my
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We should end on that note. That's going to be fantastic tomorrow night.
It's tomorrow night. A little David Childers. You got, who else is there with him? Dylan Walsh, I know,
I
is
believe
going to be
Dylan
there.
Walsh is going to be there. Yeah.
Yes. Are you familiar
thanks
with
for
Dylan?
supporting it.
Dolph?
I know him, but I've never met him.
Oh, he's such a great guy. He's so talented, so incredibly
Yeah, he really is.
But
I saw him
that
at the
sounds great.
Poorhouse in Raleigh just last month. It was awesome. So I just want to say thank you for this New Year's tradition, not just because y'all get to come home for Christmas and take a break, but for me, this is where I fell in love with the band. My wife brought me tickets one year, and it just so happened it was a Nashville show. And I want to say this was like 12, 13 years ago. So we're really excited about it. Thank you.
Yeah, well, let's have fun. That's
do
what I
it.
usually tell the guys before they take the stage, have fun.
I think they do. They do that.
Yeah.
They're good at that.
Yeah.
Avett magic is real, everybody.
It is, man.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Dolph, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes,
we really
thank
enjoy
you, Dolph.
talking with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me, and thanks for supporting the best band in the world.
Heck
Love
yeah.
it.
So,
Love it.
yeah.
So can we book you for next December towards the end? We'll do
We'll do
another
it.
year in review.
Yeah, we'll do another year, and can't wait.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dolph. We really, really, really appreciate it.
All right, rock
Happy
and
New
roll.
Year.
Thanks everybody
Yeah,
for
Happy
your
New Year.
questions and Happy New Year.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone. That was fun.